صلى الله ربنا على نور المبين صلى الله ربنا على نور المبين سبحان الله وبحمده سبحان الله العظيم سبحان الله وبحمده سبحان الله العظيم يا لطيف يا الله يا لطيف يا الله يا لطيف يا لطيف يا لطيف يا لطيف يا الله يا لطيف الله
أهلا وسهلا وحياكم الله وكل عام وأنتم بخير. اليوم 14 من 9 1446 هجري وهي موافق السبت. ما شاء الله تبارك الله, coming to you live from this beautiful city in the highest point of the globe, which is the south, as we ascend into a special treat of our souls. Is we arrive at the 15th mark, the halfway mark. Okay, halfway mark is a very important manifestation for us as a soul, a soul tribe that understands that we are guided and navigating and swimming in a conscious pool of live wires. Okay, unable to understand the present unless we are given insight through the God mind. MashaAllah, tabarakallah. As we, as the senior children and the last of those who are carrying the blueprint of the um, organic landscape and mindscape of the tribe that we represent in the south. Okay, we've been here for billions and trillions of years as souls because we are our ancestors. Okay, we have not been educated by the Western, by the Western educational modules. We were not influenced by their drama and their series and their infatuations and their distractions. We maintained our sovereignty. We did not learn the sciences, we learned our organic sciences, and hence today we can read the Quran and not the Kitab, like many of us. Whether they are scholars or whether they are philosophers, they cannot read the Quran, they can only read the book because they are not given access, because you need your authenticity to activate the Quran. You need a certificate to activate your book, your kitab. Okay, so we are following two scripts. One is following the book, and the other one is following the Quran. The souls follows the Quran because the Quran is the divine source. Okay, so you are now arriving at the peak of your evolution, which is Laylat Buba. Okay, vanaand is BoeBaa Aan Bruce. Dis lekker lekker BoeBaa Aan vanaand. Vanaand gaan hulle lekker daai kleitjies en daai wat roep mense nou weer, daai pitjies like sago pitjies en die special nuts wat mense ingooi in die boebe. Jy weet hy coconut, die peels wat mense gooi in en ja, Bruce, vanaand is die enigste aan die in die hele Ramadan wat ons net boebe gedrink het. Ons het nooit boebe gedrink enige ander aan. Okay? There were specific reasons. If you are from the organic tribes, if you are from the authentic tribes and you grew up in the tradition and in the authenticity of the originality of what and why we remember Ramadan before the advent of Muhammad, before the advent of the Arabs, before the advent of the Shafi, Hanafis. We know kutiba alaykum as-siyamu kama kutiba ala alladhina min qablikum. This was when Allah Ta'ala legislated the coronavirus, it was to ascertain whom of the entire globe still has the original authentic genes, okay? Who still has the original, authentic, organic, fitra, okay? That is what Allah was seeking. Amma safinatu fa kanat limasakina ya'maluna fil bahri fa aradtu an a'ibaha. Okay, wa kana wara'ahu malikan ya'khudha kulla safinatin ghasba. We do not teach people We are only sharing as what we are commanded to tell and share with all the tribes of the planet of the present channel that we are currently coming into. It is the 15th. It is BoeBaa Aan vanaand. En julle voorvaders het vir julle 'n flagship gelalos op 'n BoeBaa Aan. Okay? There were special celebrations. Why? Hulle het ge-identify that you conquered the peak. Julle het op die berg gekom. Nou kan julle onthou wie het op die berg gegaan? Wie het op die berg gegaan? Wat 'n nabi was op die berg? Nabi Musa. Kan julle nou? Hoekom was Allah vir ons gesê Nabi Musa was op? Watter stories het Allah vir ons gesê wat het gebeur met Nabi Musa wat hy op die berg gaan? Het hy nie flou geval nie? Het hy nie gerealiseer whatever hy geglo het gaan onwaar wees, en wat hy nie geglo het nie gaan waar wees, en hy gaan sê vir Allah, inni zalamtu nafsi faghfir li fa innahu la yaghfiru dhunuba illa anta. So the material glamour, the infatuation and the uproar and the infatuation that you and I as a civilization had built a permanent realm of destiny, okay, in it was appealing to us, is now going to be distorted. Everything that you thought was a great thing you did, as those who are matured now, those who had reached their baligh, die mense wat baligh is, nie baligh in jou body nie, baligh in jou hart. Okay? Daar's twee soorte, alles is in twee. Nou, since COVID moet julle gevind het julle nuwe Allah, because Allah het die laaste Allah het geraak shaitan. Okay? This is how the landscape goes when people lose themselves. When people lose their authenticity, then we call a reset in the heavens, and the organic tribes has to remodule the next age of the civilization. The psychology, the mathematics, the language, the spiritual. We're not going to say religion is not. Religion has failed civilization. That was the reason why you had to close your mosques and your churches. Okay, just you are on another way because you are in a different camp. But in the real camp, where the organic children are, where the authentic people are, they are able to ascertain what the next incoming landscape of a civilization is. Subhanallah. That is similar to what you has understood in your past life, when Nabi Ibrahim has to take his wife and his son to a designated area. We are in that conjure of a reality. Just we have been captured by a invading force of the Babylonians, the Babila Haruta wa Marut. So you and I have been, for many decades, we were stuck to that narrative. Okay, since COVID, you had the right of pause. Okay, you could reconcile with your Allah, not with another human being's Allah, with the Allah that gave birth to your great grandmother. Okay, that's the God we are searching for, because that's your authentic God. That is where everyone had to find their God. So on tonight, which is now the 15th of Ramadan in Cape Town, South Africa, it is wat ons voorvaders geroep het BoeBaa. Hulle het die ba gesit voor die boe. Okay, the boe is the dhamma, the ba is the fatha. Okay, so anti-biba gaan maak die BoeBaa. Okay, you don't understand this, because this is a very special language that only the heavens and وَعَلَّمَ آدَمَ الْأَسْمَاءَ كُلَّهَا ثُمَّ عَرَضَهُمْ عَلَى الْمَلَائِكَةِ فَقَالَ أَنْبِئُونِي بِأَسْمَاءِ هَؤُلَاءِ إِنْ كُنْتُمْ صَادِقِينَ قَالُوا لَا عِلْمَ لَنَا إِلَّا مَا عَلَّمْتَنَا. We are now going to know who are the angels amongst us. who is connected to their mother angel, because all our mothers comes from angels, because they're angelic in their nature, because that is the mother nature. Okay, so now you're going to understand who were the official organic blueprinted yani, tribes that could understand the asma. Okay, this is the true meaning of sound. Those who were most closest to their mother nature to detect and comprehend and process what was the meaning of BoeBaa. Okay, um, this is now in our order. Okay, your tribe that comes from Cape Town, they were a very highly esteemed tribe, but most of us has lost our roots from them. Okay, do not belittle them. Do not, yani, having exchanged them from your mother tongue to a foreign tongue now, you have become foreign to your mother nature. Yeah, and that is how you erode into a new way of looking into life, where you find that there are chosen nations that God prefers over you, and that is how this whole thing is going to fall into what Allah calls wakana wara'ahu malikan ya'khudha, your gods for your next entertainment is going to be artificial. It's going to be the artificial gods. Okay, that's the Qawmilu's gods. That's the consumerism and materialism and all these kind of things. Okay, so in that world, you have your own gods. You control your own narratives, and it is the opposite of what really is unfolding in the true reality of what is happening in the interior, the batin. The batin means the akhirah. Ula is the physical, batin is the interior. How are you now at this moment in your life as we are navigating? How are you being given access to read your book of life? Ikra. This is what Allah speaks about, Ikra. Not what you guys are thinking, baca Qur'ani. No, 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 no. You gotta go now internally, people. You'll never understand the Quran. You'll only know your book. Because only you know what you did, and only you know, did you meet the ancestors? Did you meet the Rasul? Did you meet the prophecies? Did you meet it halfway? Tonight you are on the peak. You are halfway through. No, but you know yourself. Fra. Did you find the ba, the sababa, and the sabata, and then you get the saba'a. لَقَدْ كَانَ لِسَبَإٍ فِي مَسْكَنِهِمْ آيَةٌ. Okay? People, these are genius works that we are explaining to you people, but it's not meant for those who will not understand. It is only here to decode onto the digital, yani collective human conscious, how we are bringing the house, the old house down. Okay, this is the amaliyatul, yani tadmir. This is a demolition that is happening in real time, because when Allah says wa ma ramaita id ramaita walakin Allah rama, it's only your intentions that makes you and I physically aware of what we are doing, and that is how we are spelling, and that is how we are casting, and that is how we become aligned to the action. لا خير في كثير من نجواكم إلا من أمر بصدقة أو معروف أو إصلاح بين الناس. You are now, as the new conscious is birthing into a civilization in a golden age where you are coming into now. Those of you that are going to go back after the 15 the same way you came up, julle gaan afrol, because you are going back into that perpetual cycle where you've been for the last 80, 90, 50, 40 years. Okay? Julle gaan maar net terugkom en whatever julle gesien het, wat julle opgegaan het, gaan julle sien. So julle gaan nou net julle het net gedoen het vir spek en boentjies. Okay? Then those who are going to cross the mountain, that they are going to know what's going to happen now as a new and a new script a new narrative, a new lane, yani, is now going to give you the permission to read your book of life. اقرأ كتابك كفى بربك اليوم عليك حسيبا. Now you will understand how to read your book of life. That's what you've come here in for. When you are able to read your book of life, then you've read the book of eternity. Okay? That's what we read. We understand those books. We have access. Allah's given us access to those books. Okay? That's your personal journey. So that journey is interior. That is how you will understand what was the secret, why you came, what was your purpose, who are you, what do you represent, where do you, in which season have you now reached in terms of your puberty and your maturity, and how will you yani, safeguard your next yani, dhurriya. Because look, you are coming into the yani, you've passed the close of an age and you are now entering into a new series, a new season, a new yani, metaphorical yani, ambition of how to lead a life in the aftermath, in the post yani corona, in the akhirah, that you're supposed to have an altered state of conscious. That is where we came into as a real yani true civilization. Okay, we you know where you are, you know who you are. Okay, this is in real time. Your religion cannot help you. That's why most of you didn't find the post. You didn't find it because you were following the digital age and you couldn't find access inside to open up your kitab. As the malaika would come, Jibreel would come and he say, Ikra, Ikra, Ikra. Then you say, Ma ana bikari, ikani may ayabukilisi. Why? Because you were caught in the physical world. You were caught in the fictional reality. You were caught in the Jahannam. Okay? This is the order, people. Not, I don't know you, you don't know me. I will never know you, you will never know me. But I am saying the truth because that we move on to the next order. That is how the system works. God doesn't wait for you. You're waiting for the Iblis because you've signed a contract of time. يعني أعطني وقتا معلوما. The realm of time is an illusional realm because it only exists in your mind. It's how you are patterned. Once you overcome that illusion of time, then you can speak mature talk in the real world where eternity resides. Okay? That only resonates when you cross the other side into the past the peak, the other side of the vicinity. That is why Musa was on the Jabal. Okay, that is where the fiction, yani the non-fiction becomes fiction. That's where materialism crumbles. That's where the illusion of my 100 million that I have in my banking account has no value. Okay, that is what has happened and is now unfolding in your and my reality. If we are yani, real, if we are authentic, if we've not been misguided by yani, unauthentic yani, systems. Okay, this is how you had and our forefathers yani, had taught us how to read our book of life. This is our kitab. This is where each one is searching for. And this is what we had to achieve as they had prepared us for this age so that we can in turn tutor our next generations so that they will know how to find the end game and not be caught up in the Jahannam like many of us has to now admit in our children's yani, presence that we are officially caught up in an illusion of fictional reality and that God had dismissed himself as the devil, as the Iblis, as the decoy, as the detour. May Allah forgive us, may Allah give us guidance and enjoy the BoeBaa Aan, my dear mothers and fathers. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
يا مصطفى كل شيء لله يا نورا من نور الله يا مصطفى كل